Okay, here's one from this guy right here. January 12, 2020. This is a personal need for me, but I can see more people enjoy it more. Okay, that's a common thing. Oh, a giant fusion Magus. Yeah, that's really cool. And hopefully that's something for them to implement inside of FusionFall Legacy, but the sooner the better if they can implement it inside of Retro. A fusion Magus. Wow, that's gonna require like a group of 8 people. That's a true raid monster. Or like imagine a fusion way big, right? You know, it's also a very underutilized aspect that Fusion Kevin, he could actually be a world boss that would require a group of 4 people to go take down, right? Like he could have multiple powers, such as the ability to go fly, go super fast, could burn you, right? Could poison you. It's a severely underutilized boss. More community, that's common writing, common suggestion history. The game design is often talked to be intriguing. Okay, your social power to affect, support, and push fan-made content. Okay, so more calling all designers things. Revisit your YouTube channel. There's a lot of misguided information. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Here is from 10 Ben Dog. 10 Ben Dog, IGN. My suggestion is short and definitely something already said, but still. I wish we could re-enter layers. Yeah, common suggestion. So you're gonna hear this often from me, common suggestion, but this is a good thing, because if a lot of people are saying the same thing, then the devs have an idea of, oh, okay, let's go prioritize this because a lot of people want this added. Maybe once a player reaches level 36 and has defeated Fuse, all fusion layers, including Fuse's 3 layers, can be unlocked for the player to revisit as many times as they want. So there's actually an answer for this. There's actually a strong link between having the mission and entering the lair. I'm not sure if the devs can find a way to bypass that, where you can go inside of these layers an unlimited amount of times, but that would be very, very cool to have, because a lot of people would love to go revisit, for example, Computress's lair, just for the sake of hanging out or just chilling there, to go reappreciate the level design. It would also be motivating for people to challenge the fusions again. If the fusion at the end occasionally spawns some sort of a rare item relating to the character, it could be already existing items like dynamo sets for each of the Powerpuff fusions, or the Ben 10 jacket for Fusion Ben. But better yet, it could be new items only obtainable through these means. So that's actually a good idea. So the first thing that I thought of would have to be Fusion Mongo or the Scotsman, and imagine that you can repeatedly keep on killing Fusion Mongo, and he drops his set. He can have like a shirt, pants, shoes, cape, even like a flaming blue hair accessory to go match him. I think that would be very popular. Honestly, I like fighting Fuse over and over again, never really completing the mission. If I could, I would have done that with all the other nano missions and road missions that you fight a Fusion. I think a lot of people would definitely agree with that. Okay, so this is from Petaminx. Would be cool if almost every NPC got it. Okay, I think that's largely true, because I don't know, aren't like the FusionFall devs trying to like remodel almost every single original design from the original game? So this is like a common request, and it's kind of surprising for me, because like I guess the most unique example of this would have to be the redesign of Eddie. A lot of people really hate his original design. It looked really weird, but now that it's fixed, much better. As well as like the father one as well. you should post a photo of Father Eddie as well as Wilt. Honestly, it seems weird looking to Eddie, who has a very cool looking model, and then looking to Courage, who has a very old and ugly model. I think, okay, fortunately there is a photo of Courage remodeled. Make sure to post that, Brian. There are some noticeable improvements about that. Also, since the devs always say that they change the models in order to look more like the character reworks, why Blue doesn't get his legacy model? Make sure to post that Blue model rework. He has big eyeballs, he looks kind of cute, but I always wondered why he looks like that. And the guide sets are real cool. It's a shame that we need to choose guides in order to wear them. Maybe you guys can make grindable versions of them. Because honestly, I always wanted to wear the Dexter set with a Cannon of Doom. Ah, I love you already. Cannon of Doom is my favorite guide weapon. But I can't because of the guide. You know, like, it would make sense. It makes sense why items are locked because of guides, but I think, I don't know, if you were to like weigh the pros and cons, most people would rather have that unlocked, and it would satisfy much more players than to have them locked. Okay, so also, most importantly, before adding new nanos, new missions, items, please work on the bugs in the random crashes. They're doing that every patch notes. It's really annoying that I'm playing some cool mission. Okay. So this is from Ruth, and my least favorite update so far has got to be the one that changed the toon shading option to toon outline. Before this option was changed, I would always play with the toon shading option disabled, since it gave the game a unique 3D art style that I really liked. Now, when you disable toon outline, the art style just looks unnatural. My suggestion is that the toon shading option should be reintroduced to the game, whether it is separate from the toon outline or not. Yeah, a minority of people like that, so I think just to go appease those people would be pretty cool. Okay, so B Venom Titan, I agree with these. My other suggestion would be to add a PvP world races. I think with introduction and variety of speed vehicles that the game already has, it would be cool to have world races around certain areas to compete against friends. The game only allows player interaction through trading and grouping, but it would be cool to compete against each other. Yes, more PvP implementations would be very nice. The closest form of PvP would have to be racing. I don't see anytime soon the possibility where players battle against each other, perhaps taking advantage of eggs that could spawn randomly and give an advantage or disadvantage to the player. For example, maybe one egg has snare or sleep. Why not you just avoid the eggs in the first place? But another egg could give a jump boost. Okay. Again, this is just one way I could see interaction between players besides dungeons, as most people already suggested. Yeah, so I think the most common form of that would have to be dungeons, and like the distant second would be having some sort of PvP mechanism for racing. I already told my thoughts about that. Could you actually announce release dates for updates? I would like to know when that time squad update comes out. I'm almost level 35. Wow, okay, almost level 35. Wow. Yeah, they're not going to announce release dates because, as Roxy stated inside of my Discord server, the link is inside of the description, release dates are bad omens. And, you know, whenever the devs have a release thing, they often tend to not fulfill that, and when they don't fulfill that, the community gets very upset. So it would probably be better if they don't have a deadline, but at the same time, like, when you have a deadline for something, you know, it's obviously done. And there's a thing called I think Parkinson's Law. Imagine this: you're given 1 hour to go pack up and leave your house, and imagine someone points a gun at you and tells you you have 5 minutes to go pack up. Now within the 1 hour, you're gonna take your sweet time, and it's only in like the last few minutes, last 20 minutes, you're gonna actually start. And it's only in the last 20 minutes that you're actually gonna go start to implement when you're actually gonna really start packing up. But if you actually have a gun to your head, you're gonna pack up everything, right? So I bring this up because deadlines are good, because it forces the devs to go really have a straight deadline. And whereas if you're to have a non-existent deadline, they could keep on delaying and delaying and delaying. Similarly, what happened for the Time Squad update. There is Roxy. You already know how my ideas. Bro, please just give me a 1/1 hat like the pumpkin item. What is that? Except he splits apart and crawls around you like Rodney. Please, bro. Please. What is 1/1 hat? Like these? Oh, you know what'd be really cool? Having a hat like this. Or having a hat of the FusionFall retro logo.